always been one of the most sought-after goals in the field of medicine. And this week, Maria Bartiromo had a chance to speak to the man who may be coming closer than ever before to literally cheating death. Craig Venter, executive chairman of Human Longevity. He's also a molecular biology pioneer who successfully mapped the human genome.
Tell us about mapping the genome, what we learned, and what you're doing now. Because you say, the cover of Forbes, how to cheat death. And you think we're going to live into our second centuries. We all want to know how to cheat death. Tell us.
Yes. Well, preventative medicine is the key trick. And so the genome is part of that. So what we learned in 2000, when my team sequenced the first genome, just fundamental things like how many genes we had. Nobody even knew that then. And so that helped the pharmaceutical industry with new targets. But just having one or a few genomes didn't make any difference. So I was waiting till the technology changed. So that first genome cost $100 million. Now we're doing them for less than $1,000. So we're doing one every 30 minutes, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
What are you learning from these genome mapping?
So by having tens of thousands and hopefully millions soon, we're able to get a picture of the whole genome. We're finding places in the genome, if there's a mutation there, it's incompatible with life. So we're getting an inside-out map. But we're finding correlations with all these diseases that we're discovering in healthy people in our clinic. So every day the information gets better. The ideal would be if we just sequence your genome and we could really give you solid information about their future. So we're not there yet.
But at Human Longevity, you can take a physical, $25,000?
Yes.
And you're just mapping every corner of your body. And when you did some of these, you found that some people had cancer, they didn't even know it.
We're finding 1 in 40 people that come through have a serious cancer that would be lethal if it was not detected.
Wow.
Including myself. I had my life saved by my own clinic. I was discovered to have high-grade prostate cancer. It was just on the verge of metastasizing, and I had surgery and had it removed. So I'm a believer in my own system.
That is fantastic. What strikes me is the fact that you believe, because of this preventive medicine and getting things early, obviously, people are living longer in their hundreds. Well,
we need to prove that over time. But by stopping somebody from dying at age 53 from cancer, he has every chance in the world to live into his 90s. Because we can look at all the other diseases. We look at the body as a whole, not just one tissue or one organ. We look at the integration of everything. So from the MRI, we can measure the amount of organ fat that you have, and that gives you a hint of how healthy you are and how healthy your organs are. You know, most people are just unaware. How do we get aware of things? Medicine is based on you get symptoms, you get sick, and then you go to seek medical care. You don't get in front of it.
And this issue of pre-existing conditions obviously has been a big topic in the whole health care law passage.
We all have pre-existing conditions. Every one of us.
What I want to know is what we know or what we have learned about the brain, because I feel like over the years we've learned about the big killers, heart disease and cancer. Yeah. We know that smoking causes cancer. We know that, you know, diabetes is caused by poor eating and heart disease as well. What do we know about the brain? What do we know about Alzheimer's, about, you know, autism? Are we getting smarter on that?
So with the brain images, they're actually beautiful images, you know, will give you of your brain. And due to some algorithms developed at UCSD, the algorithms are better than any radiologist trying to look at your brain. So the algorithms measure 20 different brain regions quantitatively and very precisely. And the hippocampus is the first one to start to show signs of change with Alzheimer's disease. So we can measure your hippocampal volume very precisely. And if it's below norms, that's a hint that you might be starting down the road for Alzheimer's. But also your overall vasculature in your brain is key.
But are there, I mean, there's not a cure, and I know
prevention.
That if you live to 85, you have a 1 in 3 chance that you'll get Alzheimer's.
The brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, it keeps you from losing it. Mm-hmm. So, and all the drugs in clinical trial are preventative drugs. So the future will be you'll get a diagnosis from us or somebody else that says, in 20 years, you have a good chance of getting Alzheimer's disease. You should start on this preventative medicine.
Again, preventative. Really fascinating stuff. Dr. Venter, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
We appreciate it. Human longevity. Dr. Venter there.